Just introduce yourself, your name and your portfolio.
I am Acting Senior Superintendent Duque. I am in charge of the Fraud Office in Trinidad and Tobago, arm of the TTPS. One of the emerging trends in fraud in Trinidad and Tobago is that of fraud associated with real estate, the purchase of lands, the purchase of property. Victims would have reported to the fraud office that they would have taken out huge mortgages. They would have taken their lifetime saving and invested in real estate, and subsequently they lost everything. At the fraud office, we are very much concerned with this trend that is growing in Trinidad and Tobago. This investigation resulted in the arrest of an attorney at law. The investigation is being guided and advised by the Director of Public Prosecution, Mr. Roger Gaskell, SC. And I cannot go into the details because it is still ongoing. It is hoped with this investigation, this arrest, that persons who are entrusted with conducting land transactions, persons in authority in this country who are entrusted with this portfolio, that they conduct the transaction within the rule of law and within the ethics that they are taught. I hope it will send a message that regardless of the status in society, if you do not conform to the rule of law, we at the TTPS, at the Fraud Office, will be enforcing the rule of law. My advice to the the citizen who intend to purchase land, that one, they engage the services of a reputable attorney with experience in real estate. Two, that they ensure the necessary checks are made at the Registrar General Office to ensure the title is a good title. If the purchase is linked to the purchase of Caroni lands, we strongly advise the purchaser to visit Birchin Castle in Central, which is the headquarters that deals with the Caroni lands, to verify the authenticity of the title of Caroni lands. We also advise persons to visit the Inland Revenue Department and check to get a history of who was paying the land and building taxes, so you can get an idea of who the true owner is. We also advise, do not meet a stranger. Do not meet a stranger on the street and take your hard-earned cash and do the transaction. Go to their home, go to their banks, conduct the transaction with a manager's check, so there will be a financial footprint when an investigation commences. We also advise persons to visit the location of the land and talk to the neighbors to get a history of who were the owner, so you would not be in a position where you lose your entire life savings.
Mr. Duque, what were some of the irregularities that you are encountering with these transactions? What are some of the irregularities?
Well, it is linked to identity theft. A person will steal someone's identity. For example, they will steal the owner name who owns the land, and they will prepare fraudulent identification, fraudulent utility bills in the name of the true owner, and they will represent themselves as the true owner. So when the transaction is done, you are paying not the true owner of the land who holds the title, but the fraudster.
And in cases like this, I know you can't speak about this matter specifically, but would the victims ever be able to recoup their money?
Well, there is always an avenue in the civil court, but the criminal investigation, we are engaged in criminal investigation, and that is, sentencing is more punitive. But the victim always has that avenue to embark on civil litigation.
Will we get the name of the other officers, please, sir?
Certainly. Also, Corporal Basarat,
legal officer. And acting ASP Ken Isiama.
In charge of investigation, Mr. Bassarat is the legal officer at the third office.
Okay, thank you very much, sir.